Sesso Global is an online property marketplace that focuses on properties within Africa. What we have aimed to do as a company is to help people looking to invest in properties in Africa or to buy, to relocate into Africa, have a seamless process from beginning to end. We host regular property tours, and this is one of such.
I'm loving it here so far. It's been a great experience. The people are real kind and welcoming, and it's warm, beautiful environment. How spacious everything is, how nice the homes are. The weather's been good so far. It's not as hot as you might think it is, so I'm loving it here. Yeah.
I'll be retiring within 3 to 5 years, and I'm looking for some options outside of the United States. I'm interested mainly in the apartments and also possibly the land and having development there.
Now, so far on this tour that we have, I've experienced a lot of interesting occurrences here. This property, just as it sits right now, holds a lot of promise. The amenities that have been placed in the viewing home and also what's available for us is really on par with future, not backdated, which is good.
Sesso Global is, first of all, very professional. They've provided me with lots of opportunities to see different places that I can not only purchase but rent, just a way for me to be a part of the up-and-coming new Ghana.
I can say for sure that this tour exceeded my wildest expectations. Being able to see from the countryside and the city and the hills in Ghana has given me a great perspective and idea what to appreciate.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Thank you very much for joining us here today. Thank you to the 24 attendees that have joined us here today. We are really thankful for the time that you're giving us here on your Saturday afternoon or morning, depending on where you are. My name is Kweku Essien. I am a co-CEO for Sesso Global. The Sesso is Africa's trusted property marketplace. Really, we assist clients with sourcing, financing, and purchasing real estate in Ghana, Nigeria, and Liberia today. So feel free to come onto our website. You can find land, fully built homes off plan within the many different jurisdictions in Ghana, right? And certainly in the capital, Accra, but in a lot of the big cities as well. We have property units there for you at various price points as well, right? If you want it really affordable, we have properties there that cost about $60,000, $50,000. And of course, for those that need financing, this is the call. This is the webinar to be on. This is being recorded, so I'll share with you all. You can share with your friends and family. This is a very important webinar because it's important to understand how you as a Ghanaian can finance your home in Ghana. It's the time now to get a home, get your dream home as well. And we are here to assist you with this. We're here to help you with this journey. On here with us, we have Mr. Dan Mohenu, who's the head of mortgages at Republic Bank. And also we have Sonia Petra, who leads products as well. Sonia Oklu, who also leads products at Petra as well. And so I'm really grateful for your time. Please give me 1 second while I just do one administrative task, but then we'll jump right into the presentation from um, from uh, um, from Republic Bank. Thank you very much. Hello, Dan. Are you there? How are you?
Hi, Google. I'm doing great. Good morning and good afternoon. As you said, depending on where you are.
Yes, exactly. No, thank you very much, Dan. And I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, I can. I would have loved to share mine.
Oh, you can share yours if you want to. If you want to, you can do it.
If that's okay for you.
Yeah, you can do it. Good to share. And Sonia, you can share as well, but I can also do it for you as well. No problem.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. Yes, the floor is yours, Dan. So please,
Hi, Google. Is it?
Yes, I can see the screen. I don't know if you want to maybe make it full screen.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Yeah.
Slideshow, I think at the top banner there. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so thank you very much. Please.
Is that okay?
Yes, I can see it. So for anybody in the attendance, the Q&A box is there. Please feel free to share any questions you have. We'll tackle that at the end of the presentation or at the end of both presentations, but feel free to chime in with any questions. And again, we're very grateful to SOS Herman Miner as well for helping us put this together with their alumni network as well. Feel free to reach out to them as well. I'll put their links as well in the chat. Feel free to reach out to them. They're doing many great things and building out a great community there with SOS HDIC. So Dan, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. So good morning once again. My name is Dan Mohenu. I'm the head of mortgage at Republic Bank Ghana. Just to give you a brief background of Republic Bank, we have been in the mortgage business for over 35 years in Ghana. We are part of a bigger group called the Republic Bank Limited, which is headquartered in the Trinidad and Tobago. It's a very big bank with a lot of experience when it comes to banking and also mortgages as well. We have played very significant role in the mortgage financing arrangements in Ghana, including assisting with the Home Mortgage Act in Ghana. So far, we have been able to finance quite a number of individuals, both residents in Ghana and abroad across the world. We are the only bank that's able to finance you across the nation. And so for our brothers and sisters abroad who would want to buy or buy in the Volta region, buy in Cape Coast, we are able to finance you in those regions. Basically, what we do at Republic Bank when it comes to mortgages is to offer our customers or applicants long-term financing to do a number of things: to acquire, to improve, to renovate, to release equity, to complete your homes. That is if you already have a structure that is under construction. I mentioned earlier that we are the first mortgage bank in Ghana and have been doing it for more than 35 years. Our mortgages are denominated in two currencies, USD, which is priced at an interest rate of 11.5 per annum for the period. And then the CD mortgages, which is currently at 21%, that's also fixed for the period of the loan. Our offerings are open to all Ghanaians, individuals working abroad, individuals working in Ghana, any part of the world, who have reliable and verifiable income to professionals, companies, business owners are all welcome to access mortgages from us. We currently offer the lowest rate on the market, interest rate to be precise. Our terms are very flexible. We are able to structure your repayment, whether you want a bi-weekly repayment, you want a semi-monthly, you want the traditional monthly repayment, or also if you want a quarterly repayment. We do that based on your cash flow timelines. Our turnaround is also quick. We'll get to that as the presentation goes on. This house of I mentioned earlier, home purchase, which are to purchase a completed house in Ghana. Home improvement mortgage, you have an existing property you want to add by moving, renovating, expanding, or even an additional by 8, we can give you a home improvement. Home equity, those who want to release equity out of their property to do that investment. You can also sell your own land. Who mentioned the areas include land, the land, no matter size or the acreage that you require. We have the home completion, which assists you to complete property under construction. And then for those who contribute to Tier 3 pension scheme, we have the pension back mortgage that is able to offer you 100% financing. It's quite simple for individuals who already have mortgages with other banks and they will want a refi. Because of our lower rates and flexible terms, we are open to take over those loans from the other banks. But let me get straight into the topic for the day, which is how to acquire homes. And as you see on the screen, we have quite a number of pictures, apartments, houses, detached houses, semi-detached, and so on. Running you through the benefits. So we offer an opportunity for you to own a home for purposes of accommodation, as in residing in it, or an investment. Some individuals want to take, say, apartments, rent them out, gain some extra cash in terms of income, or when they are not around, they are able to rent those properties out in order to make some extra income. We also do, on your behalf, we do the right and proper land documentation in terms of due diligence. And so when Republic Bank is financing your mortgage, you are really assured that any documentation that is coming from the vendor has gone under some level of scrutiny, foolproof. We confirm that the land belongs to whoever is selling to you, and we require or request from the vendor the appropriate documentation, so that in the future, it is not just about acquiring the home, but making sure that you have proper documentation to the house. Cash flow management and controlled expenditure is also one of the benefits that comes with mortgage financing. Yes, most of us may have the cash, but as they say, cash is king. At any point in time, you may need cash to do one investment or the other. And so once we are able to spread it over a period of 15 years, 20 years for you, I think that is proper, that you are able to manage your cash flow by taking a mortgage whilst keeping your cash for future investments. Price appreciation is also one. We are able to provide you advisory services, locations where we believe or we feel that properties appreciate faster. We are able to direct you towards those areas so that right after you purchase the property, whilst you bring down your loan by making your monthly installment, the price of the property also appreciates in terms of its value. Flexible repayment options, I already mentioned our bi-weekly, semi-monthly, quarterly, and also our monthly repayment options that's available for you. In terms of wealth creation, we are very open to any individual who wants to buy not just one house, but want to buy a number of houses or apartments in order to preserve the value of their investment, we are available. And then also you can have access to other Republic Bank products. Let me just quickly run through this. I already mentioned that we have the lowest interest rate on the market currently. Our turnaround time very fast. We have a variety of products which have this account and relief managers. The entire process, right from the application till the last installment is paid. We have relationship with a number of real estate developers. And if you go to our website, you will see a list of real estate company deals. Also at the CESO website, you see a number of real estate companies there and other houses. I have mentioned the repayment and then also access to other banks. So let's look at the criteria to accessing a mortgage with Republic Bank. So because we process the mortgage based on income, we are looking at applicants that are employees, self-employed as in business owners or company owners, who can verify, produce documents, verify their income. We are also able to add any form of consistent rental income or other incomes that you can prove. You should have for a minimum of 3 years, continuously for 3 years, and then other jobs, because we know outside the country, you will be able to do multiple jobs. Then your employer certification, that is if you are employed. If you are living outside and you are unable to sign documentation in Ghana, we have an answer for you. All we need is a notarized power of attorney. You appoint an attorney in Ghana, and he or she can make the various signings on your behalf or viewings on your behalf. We will require evaluation report on the subject property. There are approved valuers that we work with, so you are able to pick one of them. You will value the property just for us to confirm that the price you are getting the property is the right price. If it's overpriced, you will get to know from the valuation of the subject property, and we'll take it from there. Completed mortgage application, offer letter from vendor, we'll get into it. In terms of the items to submit, proof of identity, which is passport if you are living outside the country, or Ghana card if you are within Ghana. Proof of income, that is your 3 months recent pay slips, and then your 6 months bank statement. If you are a company owner or a business owner, we'll need your financial statement and also your bank statement. Credit report from a recognized credit rating agency or credit bureau, and then tax return where applicable. We also allow joint application with spouse, sibling, and parent, first blood relationship, and also spousal relationship. We just need to prove the relationship and we are good to go. The home purchase mortgage from Republic Bank, which allows you to purchase a completed home for an investment or for accommodation, is designed such that you are able to have access to funding by maximum 80% of the price of the property in order to acquire the residential property. Now, the maximum loan you can access has a limit of 80%. However, it's also determined by income and age. And so your level of income and your age, which determines the maximum tenor of the facility, plays a major role in determining the value of loan that you get from us. I've already mentioned the interest rates. In terms of debt service ratio, we are looking at 40% of your net income to your taxes and whatever is left. We are able to do up to 40% in terms of and so you have outside or you have any liabilities, we have to factor all that, but putting them together should not be more than 40% of your income. Repayment options available, I have mentioned them. And then for USD loans, we do up to 15 years maximum. And then for the Ghana City loan, we do up to 20 years. Right. So just a quick walkthrough through the steps in financing a home with Republic Bank mortgage. And I'll go a bit slow so that we can all get to digest the entire process. So first thing we do is identify a residential property. You can do that in person. You can go to the CESO Global website. You can go to our website or any developer's website, identify the property. We advise that once you see it online, make a physical visit to the property. If you're unable to do that yourself, you can appoint a relative or a friend in Ghana to do that for you, just to confirm that the physical property is available, if it's an action is going on smoothly, and you are rest assured that the property will be completed within time. And then once you are satisfied, you obtain an offer letter from the vendor and you submit to Republic Bank. Now, the offer must contain the agreed features of the property. Example, a 5-bedroom house, detached house, right? All in suite with maybe a solar water heater, with air conditioning, with a pavement, compound, landscape. Most of the key features should at least be in the offer letter. And then also the agreed price. If it's being sold at 150,000 US and you have been able to bargain to say 140, 145,000, the offer letter must reflect the price at which the vendor is selling to you. Now, the next step, which is step 2, is for you to submit your pay slips, bank statement, and credit report to Republic Bank, and we will do a quick assessment of how much you qualify for based on these 3 documents and the interview that we'll have with you. Very short interview, maximum 2 minutes. We are done. We are able to qualify you and let you know how much you can get in terms of mortgage financing. So right after that, we will then receive a completed application, Republic Bank's mortgage application form from you. We already have the offer letter, so we attach it. We would also require the evaluation report from an approved valuer, and then you pay your processing fees. By the time we get to step 3, the individual knows at least 90% a few things. 1, how much mortgage they are paying. Number 2, what are the cost implications of the mortgage financing. Number 3, they are aware that Republic Bank knows the features and at least the price of the property I am choosing. And then we do a physical inspection as well to support what you had already done. And we need to do the physical inspection because we need to confirm that the features agree with what is on the ground. And so we do a lot of due diligence on your behalf. Then you can go ahead and pay your equity contribution, and in order to lock in the price and also secure the property. Then loan approval is granted within 5 working days. So assessment and approval is done within 5 working days, and then the vendor is notified. So within the entire 5 working days, we are assessing you, going through your application forms, ensuring that all your documentations have been submitted, visiting the property, making sure features and physical features agree with what's on the offer letter. And then after approval, the vendor is notified. The vendor is notified because we need to alert them that the mortgage financing is available in your name and that they are supposed to submit XY documents, i.e. the transfer document, the deed of transfer or deed of assignment, the site plan, which should be barcoded, and then all other relevant legal documentation covering the property and, of course, the land. So once we do all that, step number 5, all documents are executed. So from the vendor side, they will submit the necessary documents that we require. On your side, we'll issue you with what we call the mortgage offer letter or facility letter. You go through, if you want to seek legal advice, you are open to do so. Sign off, you sign your mortgage deed, pay all your closing costs, your insurance, and then after receiving all this, plus what the vendor will submit, and also report on our due diligence, i.e. running a search with the land authorities to be sure that the property actually belongs to whoever is selling to you. We now move to step 6, where the loan is disbursed. Right after the loan is disbursed, you would have signed what we call a delivery certificate. Delivery certificates simply means that I, the buyer, have now inspected the completed property. It is okay to my taste, and then I instruct you, the bank, to pay the vendor. And so within 48 hours, that whole exercise is completed. You take over the property, and then you commence the repayment. So this is how simple and short the entire mortgage process at Republic Bank is. All these things that I have narrated can actually take place within 15 to 21 days. Entire 6 steps, depending on how fast the applicant moves, depending on how fast the vendor gets documentation, depending on how fast we can get feedback on our due diligence. You don't need any guarantor. For those of us who have been borrowing in Ghana, sometimes you are asked to bring a guarantor. You don't need that for a mortgage. You would we would use the property that we are financing as the collateral, and then your hazard insurance policy and life insurance policy are all available. At Republic Bank, we have been able to get some insurance companies to give us long-term insurance cover, a maximum of 5 years. And so instead of paying premium annual basis, you can actually pay premium every 5 years, which is counted for you, so you can save some money from that side. I'll show you a simple simulation when it comes to how the mortgage works. At least after going through all the words, let's put some figures to what we have said. So I'll just pick 1 or 2, and then we can go through it. So let's say we are doing property type 3, and type 3 is the last. So assuming your purchase price is 137,000 USD. What Republic Bank is saying is that we are giving you a maximum of 80%. So 80% is 109,600 US dollars. And then you make a down payment of 27,400. If you remember, your down payment can be made at least by the 3rd or the 4th step. You can make your down payment. Now, the next column, which has repayment stroke net income, 15 years. What it's simply saying is that we are telling you that if we offered you a loan of 39,600 for 15 years, you will be paying a monthly installment of $1,280.34, and you should be earning $3,200.85. So technically, if you are earning anything 3,200 and above, you are able to qualify for a mortgage loan of 109,600 for 15 years. That is what it simply means. If you do for 10 years, then you'll be paying $1,540.93, and then you should be earning $3,852.33 or and above to be able to qualify for 10 years. And then the last column, which is 5 years, you'll be paying $2,410.39, and then you should be earning $6,025.98. And so this is just putting all the mortgage transaction into figures so that we appreciate it better and you are able to place yourself in any of these transactions. If you go to type 4, property price 150,000, maximum loan will be 120, which is 80%. You make your down payment of 30,000, and then it follows seamlessly through the row. Once again, 3 easy steps to taking the mortgage. After we've gone through the very detailed transaction, this is how we group them. So you select the preferred property and submit the offer letter, and then you add your completed application with all the supporting documents. Then Republic Bank appraises the loan facility, approves it, issues a bank offer letter to you with the conditions, and then we also advise the vendor, as I've already said. Step 3 is fulfilling all the conditions, all legal documentation done by both buyer and seller, and then we disburse. Once we disburse, you take ownership of the property, whether you want to reside in it or you want to do an investment, you want to rent it out, you are free to do so, and then repayment commences. But let me add that the mortgage, the loans are granted based on the income and the age of the individual. And so if your intention is to rent the property for a period that you are not getting rental income or you have not gotten any tenant, it does not mean repayment stops, because the loan was not granted based on your rental income, your projected rental income, but was granted based on your existing income. And so repayment must go on without fail. So this is just a display of the entire turnaround time. So once you submit your relevant document, which is the first one at the top, within 5 working days, I mentioned that we give you a loan approval, and on the same day approval is granted, we issue offer letter to the vendor and to yourself as well. The rest depends on you and the vendor satisfying all the legal documentations and the conditions of the loan. And then once we get all that, within 48 hours, the loan is disbursed. So you can contact us on these numbers, both on call and on WhatsApp. And then you can drop an email to my home at republicghana.com, and we'll be pleased to assist you. My home at republicghana.com is a group that is led by myself, the head of department. And so you are assured that you would be promptly assisted when the emails drop. So let me thank you, take the opportunity to thank you for your time and listening to my presentation. And it is my hope that I have done justice to making financing a home through Republic Bank Mortgage very easy for you, and it will make you at least have a calm nerve to be able to have access to mortgages in Ghana. I'll pause at this time, and then I welcome any questions that we all have. So, Kweku, over to you.
Thank you very much, Dan, for that very impressive presentation. And as you mentioned, Republic Bank has been in this space for 30 years as a pioneer in the space. If you have any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat. If you don't mind, I see Prince Owusu, you have your hand up. If you don't mind, just put your question in the chat and we'll answer it. Dan, perhaps maybe we can answer just 2 questions here from Mr. Daniel Amankoedu. Thank you very much for joining us here today. If you can help maybe answer it or give some clarity. It's a question: with an average salary of 3,000 cedis per month, is there a suitable mortgage for public servants? This is a question to you, Dan. I don't know if you can help us answer it.
Thank you, Kweku. So let me just put on this screen. I don't know if it's visible. So Republic Bank also has played a very significant role in affordable housing in Ghana. They found to partner over 10 developers and pushing them to put up properties that are within range for not just public servants, public civil servants, and also private employees. And so under the National Homeownership Scheme, which we partner with the government, we are able to provide affordable financing through this collaboration. And so with 3,000 Ghana cedis, I believe that we can have a discussion we can point you to any of the developers who have these type of properties. And then, like I mentioned, you can visit the property and we take the process up from there. And so we can get in touch with you if you send an email to the email I put on the screen with your phone number. We'll get in touch with you and then we can discuss. Also, bear in mind that if you are married, you can also do a joint application where, in this case, we add your spouse's income to yours, and then you are able to access a higher amount when it comes to the mortgage amount. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for that. That's very important to understand the National Home Ownership Scheme, which I'm sure will benefit public servants especially as well. So
Yes.
yeah, yeah, no, so fantastic stuff. So yeah, feel free to send us your details. You know, we can help connect you with Dan as well, and help you with your journey, even finding the property as well, once you better understand your financing. So another question is, again, which location in Ghana do you have for us to choose? I know, Dan, I know you mentioned that at the top, but maybe you can give some more clarity as to which locations in Ghana can individuals have financing.
Okay. So when it comes to locations, I mentioned that we go nationwide. So all the regions in Ghana, we can finance properties there. But it looks as though a lot of the developers are centered in Accra. And so any location in Accra, be it the East Legon Hills, Laboni, Cantonment, East Airport, any location at all in Accra, we can finance. We also opened up to Kumasi about 2-3 years ago. And so we have quite a number of developers in Kumasi as well. And let me add that as a bank, we do not have stock of properties. The only stock we have are the repossessed properties. But we work with the developers. We have approved developers who work with us because those ones have gone through some level of due diligence, and we are assured about the integrity of the properties. We are assured about their behavior. We are assured that they will complete the property in the time that they say they will, because we've worked with them over the period. And so we are open to let you have the developers, and we can also assist you in of property type. But bank, we do not have stock, but we collaborate with the developers to give you these houses. So if you go to our website now, you see the list of the developers. If you go to the CESO website, it's just broken it down neatly. If you the suburb, and it gives the type of developers. The list of CESO's website that we have on our website, and so it becomes easy for you to show your screen. I see. I don't know if I can. Let me just stop sharing your screen to the viewers.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Dan, for that. As you mentioned, yes. So I've shared this website. I'll share the link as well. Feel free to come on here.
Okay. Exactly. So anywhere you can choose Accra. If you choose Accra, that's the Greater Accra region. Yes. Then you can go to the suburb. If it's Lakeside, Osu, Oyarifa, Oyibi, then the system will just be fine-tuning and giving you the various properties and their pricings as you go along the chain. And so that makes it easy. So that's the website between CESO Global Republic Bank. Exactly. So this is what you get based on what you the selection that you make in terms of the website. Yes.
Excellent.
So
excellent.
thank you. Kweku, is there any other question? I'm not seeing the chat because I was sharing my screen. Let me go back.
All good, all good. Yes. So because I'll take just one more question, and I'll allow Petra to then present, and then we can then answer everybody else's questions at the end of Petra's presentation.
Okay.
But I'll take
Okay.
Your question, Prince Owusu answer. If you have any questions, please, I see your hand up, Joel Akesi. Please just put it in the Q&A box and we'll answer it. Thank you very much. So Prince Owusu answer, on the 3 months pay slips policy, assuming we are a formed group of public sector workers, how do we deal with the pay slip issues? I don't know if you can help answer that, Dan.
Kweku, I didn't get the criteria. Assuming we are
Yeah, on the 3 months pay slip policy, assuming we are a formed group of public sector workers, how
a
do we deal
formed
with
group,
yes, a formed group of public sector workers?
I'm I'm not getting the definition of the formed,
Yeah, I think
because
yeah.
exactly for every employee you have pay slips.
Yeah.
So what we are saying is that we are in May. I mean, I'm not sure May has been paid yet. So your pay slip that you receive from your employer for April, March, and February, that is what we are looking for. It is just to confirm consistency and also to ensure that you don't have any, to ensure that if you have any liabilities that is being deducted as source, we can see that and factor them in. So if the form can be defined so that at least I know exactly what they mean by that, then I'm sure I can put some perspective to it.
Yeah, Prince, also if you can maybe just re-clarify that question in case we didn't fully understand it. If you can reclassify that, thank you very much. Hello, Sonia, how are you?
Hi, Kweku, I'm fine. And you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. I'm wondering, do you want me to present or do you wish to present from your laptop? Either way is fine. You can present through the share icon or I can do it for you.
I'll share from my end. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So thank you to everybody who joining. Please feel free to chime in with more of your questions. We have on here Sonia from Petra Pension, where they're actually partnering with Republic Bank to provide pension-backed mortgages, and she's just going to run you through this presentation. Feel free to chime in with any questions. We'll take on all the questions after her presentation. Thank you very much, Sonia. The floor.
Thank you, Kweku, and thank you everyone for joining. I'll try to be brief so that we can answer the very pressing questions that everyone has. So today, I'd like to introduce Petra to you first, tell you a little something about Petra before we get into the conversation we came here for today. So Petra is one of the leading pension administrators in Ghana today. We provide primarily pension services, but in recent years, we've branched out into providing value-added services that ride on people's pension accounts in the country. So you have pensions, primarily investments generally, but we also branched out into the real estate space and loans. And the reason why we did that is because while we provide pension services to our customers, we're trying to solve more than their pension problems. And one of the issues that kept coming up with our customers was access to financing for real estate purposes and for other pressing needs. And so that is why we developed such a solution as Easy Homes, which is the solution that I'm about to tell you about this afternoon in Ghana, that is. But if you're outside somewhere else in the world, I suppose it would be morning. So Easy Homes is essentially a home ownership solution that allows you to use your savings. It can be in your investments, it can be in your pension account to access affordable homes in a way that is easy for you. So essentially, you can use those funds to purchase a home outright and would assist you to do that. You can finance the purchase through a mortgage, or if you haven't built up the balance that is needed and your mortgage, your pension account or your savings is not up to, we are able to help you plan your finances so that in the next few years, you are able to actually take advantage of this solution. So what you get from Petra is access to a list of pre-qualified, pre-vetted homes. We are doing this in collaboration with CESO. So you can visit the CESO website or you can visit our website, which is homes.petraonline.com, to access these listings. Essentially, we've done some of the work ahead of you actually visiting the site. So there are images there. We've confirmed that these developers are good. They are able to deliver the properties that they advertise as advertised, right? So we're able to provide that service for you as the first step. And then where financing comes in is at the second stage, where you've picked the house that you want, and then we would work with you to figure out how you will be paying for that house. And then once we figured out the mode of payment and the financing structure, we would assist you with any further due diligence and paperwork. To be fair, while we will do the first level of the due diligence on your behalf, which is why we are even suggesting or proposing these developers to you, we strongly believe that you have to do the due diligence on your own in collaboration with Petra to satisfy yourself that the property that you are buying is indeed a good investment of your finances. And so at the third stage, we would assist you with that due diligence. So you don't just take our word for it, but you actually know what you're getting yourself into. And once you're satisfied, we help you with the paperwork as well. And then for especially the mortgage process, and for homes that are off plan, that is homes that are not yet built, but they are building with your finances, we would be keeping you in the loop as to where you've got into in the process. So that is what you get with Easy Homes. Specifically on pension-backed mortgages. So this, Dan has taken us through what mortgages are in general and what the process is in general. I want to speak specifically about the mortgages that are pension-backed. When we say it is pension-backed, it means that it is secured by your pension accounts, specifically your Tier 3 pension accounts. So it is a security for the housing loan that you are accessing, in addition to the house being purchased, because a mortgage by definition is a loan for purchasing or improving or building or releasing equity in a home. So once you have that property securing the loan, you also have your pension account as the secondary security for the loan, which then means that, let's say, touch wood, something happens and your income is affected, you are able to draw down on your pension account to make the payments for the mortgage, as opposed to going straight to foreclosure, right? So that is why a pension-backed mortgage is something you should consider. To be able to access the pension-backed mortgage through Petra, you have to have a Tier 3 account with Petra. And the account has to be current, so your contributions must be continuous, must be ongoing. The property that you are looking to purchase must be a residential property, and the title has to be perfected, meaning the person that is selling the house to you has to have the right to sell the house to you. So when we go through the due diligence process with the Land Commission, the person that is selling to you is indeed the owner of the house, and there's no encumbrance on the land that the property sits on or the property itself. And as Dan mentioned, your income must be able to support the mortgage repayment. So these are the three things that will make you eligible. Even if not, for the second one, you don't have that, you don't have a property in mind yet. As I mentioned, Petra, in collaboration with Cecil, we are able to help you identify a property that you can use for this. I mean, you can acquire using this solution. So the rates, as Dan mentioned, are affordable, and your pension account balance is not actually impacted by this transaction. What happens is it is used as a security for the transaction. So the money sits in your pension account and continues to grow while you have the financing to purchase the property that you have identified. So while your property value is appreciating, like Dan mentioned, your pension account balance is also growing because you are continuing the contributions into the account, and interest is also being applied onto the account. So essentially, you have two assets, but one asset is acting as a security for the other asset. then from time to time, as your pension account balance grows, you can draw down on it to make down payments to the mortgage facility so that it reduces your outstanding balance as the facility travels along. So today, your balance is 1 million. In a year, you've accumulated maybe 300,000 cedis in your pension account. You are able to move that 300,000 cedis from your pension account to your mortgage so that your outstanding balance is reduced by that amount. And so your interest payments are also reduced by that amount. So that is why I would encourage anybody to take on a pension-backed mortgage if they are looking to purchase a home. So what it means for you, let's say you're not in Ghana, you are in the US, and you're also a Petra customer, or even in Ghana, and you're a Petra customer. You've seen a property that you want to buy. It's 800,000 cedis, but you are not so sure because you are fairly new in this game, or you are not very well versed in how the property acquisition process in Ghana works, or you just need someone to hold your hand because you are not sure who to trust in the property acquisition process. You can come to Petra, and what we'll do for you is first help you find the home you want. If you've already found a home, then we would help you do the due diligence around the home. So property inspection, document verification, and the like. We would help you do that. Once you are satisfied, we would also figure out how you are going to finance the purchase. We can give you an option of we can help you with the option of the direct purchase through a combination of your personal funds and your pension account balance, or we can go the mortgage route. So the mortgage route, which is the pension-backed mortgage, once you have a balance in your Tier 3 accounts and you've selected a home that has the perfected title, you are essentially qualified for that pension-backed mortgage. Right, your income has to be assessed to ensure how much you can borrow towards the purchase of that building. And so once we go through that process and we are fairly certain that you are able to qualify for the home that you want to purchase, we would help you complete the required paperwork, and then we will transmit that on your behalf to Republic Bank, and then we would keep an eye on the process and carry you along. As Dan took us through the process for approving a mortgage, we will carry you along in that process, and we'll be advising you as you go along. And basically, you have the peace of mind that the transaction that you are entering, you didn't do it on the strength of just your review, but someone else who has the expertise in the industry has been taking you along and is guiding you in the right direction. So that is what Easy Homes means for you if you choose to take advantage of this solution. And to get started, I have the number on the screen. It will connect you to a gentleman called Evans. And if you're in Ghana, when you visit Ghana, kindly pass by our office at Airport West so that we can give you more information. There's also a website I mentioned earlier. It's homes.petraonline.com. You can visit there. There are a number of listings there, and there are FAQs there. You can access it to understand more how this solution works. And we'll be very happy to help you access the housing opportunities, residential opportunities that exist in Ghana today. Thank you very much, and I'm open to questions.
Thank you very much for that, Sonia. And as Petra and Seso are our partners, we're collaborating with each other to assist you with your real estate needs, helping you find the particular property that fits you and where you can also finance that property as well. And so we're very grateful for this presentation as well. And I see there are many different questions here as well. So we'll get right into it. Please feel free to share any questions with us as well in the Q&A. We're happy to answer those. So I'm going to continue with the questions from the last time around. And so one question, I guess, Dan, this is to you, is can I use my company to purchase a property? What would the process be?
Okay, thank you. Yes, you can. you can use your company to purchase the property. So the proof of income for the company will be the company's audited financial statement, tax returns, and also the bank statement. Everything else remains same, because usually it is the mortgage is taken in the name of the promoter of the business, let's say a director or a shareholder who wants to use the company, the company's business inflows as a support for his mortgage. So it is very, very possible to do that.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, for those that are interested, I've put it in our CESO Global WhatsApp group. Feel free to join that. You know, we share a lot of curated information, webinars like these as well. We announce them on there. And of course, we can help answer your questions with respect to this and handhold you through the process with our partners, Republic Bank and Petra. So feel free to join that WhatsApp group. Martin Che, I noticed that the average salary is quoted in dollars. With the way in which our currency fluctuates, the possibility of falling out of the income bracket is high over the 10 to 15-year period. How do we navigate that if at the start you are within, say, the $3,500 bracket, but you're paid in cedis? I know, Dan, if you can help.
Okay. So let me just clarify something. So we are very mindful of the exchange rate. And so what we do is not to give you, sorry, a mortgage in USD if you are earning in cedis. However, if the property is priced in USD, it is also important that the vendor prices in its cedi equivalent, because you are earning cedis. That way, we disburse the loan in cedi, and you do not have any impact when it comes to the fluctuation of the currency. So in simple terms, if you earn in USD or you earn, your cedi is pegged to the USD, you are okay to take the USD facility. But if it is in cedi, then we give you a cedi facility, as i.e. the cedi equivalent of the dollar that is being the price tag on the property. So we set up the loan in cedis, so you are not affected by any form of fluctuation.
Got it, got it. Thank you very much for that. Joel Akesi, thank you very much for joining us. What would you advise earning 3,000 cedis a month with 10,000 invested in treasury bill and renting, or rather sign up, I guess, and renting, or rather sign up for a mortgage and pay? I guess the question is, what would you advise for someone who earns 3,000 cedis a month and has 10,000 invested in the treasury bill? Should this person be renting, or should they sign up for a mortgage and pay the monthly bill?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think the ultimate is to at least have every individual own a home in Ghana through the mortgage financing or through self-financing. I am sure that paying a rent will have a certain amount that you take out of your income on a monthly basis, usually not more than 50% of your income. And so based on that and how comfortable you are paying that rent, we are able to tweak the financing to suit what you earn, right? So what we can do is look at your entire income, i.e. investment income from your treasury bill, looking at your income of 3,000. We can also add your spouse or your sibling to it, come up with the entire income that you earn monthly. We are able to assess and at least advise you on how much loan you qualify for in terms of mortgage loan. And then we can use that as a start to scout for a property or search for a property. So the mortgages are not only done in USD, they're also done in cedi. And so based on the total income that we are able to identify, and then based on the debt service ratio, for cedi, we are doing almost about 50% in terms of debt service ratio. So that at least when you acquire a home, whatever you were using to pay the rent, which ultimately does not belong to you, you are able to channel that resources into paying your mortgage. At least that belongs to you. So it's a conversation we can have, yes, and then we advise you accordingly.
Yeah, yeah. No, thank you very much for that. Prince, I think it's trying to clarify. Prince will also answer what is meant by formed group is a group of public sector workers who have formed a company. A group of, and so to the point of the question, I guess it's on the 3-month pay slip plus, assuming we are a formed group of public, how do you do a pay slip issue? So I think the question is, if they formed a company, how can they also apply? Which I think you answered that question.
Yes. So if it's a company, then we'll take the company inflows to do the assessment for the individuals. Yes.
Yeah, got it. Joel Akesi again, thank you very much. Can a treasury bill investment be used as a down payment for a mortgage?
Yes, it can. It can.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay, that's a very good question, Joel. Thank you for that. Joel Akesi again, thank you very much. Is it better to continue renting and saving, or to start a small mortgage and build equity slowly?
Well, I will advise that we start small. So if you look at the mortgage product that I displayed, there is one that at least helps you buy a land, helps you build. And so if your strength is starting with maybe a 1-bedroom a house on your own land, we are able to support you to do that. You don't necessarily have to buy from a developer. You can build your own on your own land. And so if currently your income can support a 1-bedroom house, we advise you to do so, because what the advice we'll give you also is that, yes, today is a 1-bedroom. Tomorrow, your family size will increase. And so we say that let your architect design the property such that you can start with a 1-bed and in the future increase it to about 4 bedrooms. So by the time your income has grown, or you are able to save an amount of money to finance the expansion, or you have even paid down your mortgage loan and you need extra financing to expand it to 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, we can assist you to do so. As for the rental, I don't intend to collapse anybody's business, but like I keep saying, you can also be a landlord tomorrow. You can have multiple houses and also rent them out. And so once you are renting, that may be a start, but let's all aim. The ultimate aim is to own a property. And for those of you who have the Tier 3 pension scheme too, we are able to leverage the Tier 3. And instead of giving you 80% financing, we are able to finance you 100%. One of our partners with regards to the pension-backed mortgage is Petra. And that is why we, Republic Bank and Petra are on the score. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. And so another question from Vincent. If I have land at a prime area, can I secure a mortgage loan from Republic Bank to develop the land? And then also, how many months will I have to start repayment in a situation where it'll take me about 2 years to complete construction before it can begin to yield some income? This is a question from Vincent Adam. Thank you.
Okay, I'm trying to share my screen. Mr. Vincent. Okay, Vincent, you see the product that is called Build and Own Mortgage.
I think okay, I can see it now, Dan. Okay, I can see it now.
The product that's called Build and Own Mortgage, that is the product perfectly for you. Now, just to provide some clarity, we advance the mortgage to you based on your current income. I think I mentioned the area earlier, but I'm clarifying it. Based on your existing income. It is not based on the future income that you are going to earn. Your future income just makes your affordability more flexible, and you are able to enhance your loan amount, right? So once you have the land, we are granting you the mortgage facility for 100% construction. And so let's say your total cost of construction is 200,000. We are giving you 200,000 to build the house. However, the 200,000 repayments, the source of repayment of this loan is coming from your existing income. And so right from the start, when we disburse, you would start the repayment from your existing income. When you are done with the process, when you are done completing the house and you are earning rental income, that becomes a secondary source for you. It is also an additional income for you. And so that is how we go about it. And secondly, we do not intend for you to finish the house in 2 years. You have a maximum of up to 13 months. 13 months because we factor in delays in terms of rains and weather changes. And that is why we say 13 months. Once the money is there, materials and all other things that may affect the cost can be purchased in bulk and stored in a secured area, so you can put up your structure. If you are doing just a single story short house, I mean, I don't think it should take you more than 6 to 7 months to complete it, unless of course you are building a 7-story property, then that one will take you 2 to 3 years to build, but maximum 30 months. So it is doable. Just let us know what your plans are, and then we'll design something to fit.
This is excellent, and as you can see with Republic Bank, very considerate of the client and the climate, right? That's what we are in the environment, and so happy to assist you and be flexible as a bank can be, with assisting you with getting your dream home done or dream rental property built out, right? So thank you for that. Moving forward, Joel Akese. Are there additional costs apart from the monthly payment? Example, insurance, legal fees, property taxes. Additionally, are there any penalties for early or late repayments?
Right. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, there are. Your monthly installment is only one side, which is paying back the loan in both principal and interest. So when it comes to property acquisition, once we assist you purchase the property and we have disbursed to the vendor, the next step, because the process doesn't end, the next step is to take the transfer document and go to the lands authority to go and register the land in your name. So i.e. the land should have been transferred from the vendor into your name. When you are doing that, you need to pay stamp duty on the title. Because it's a mortgage, you need to pay stamp duty on the mortgage. And then there's a registration fee that you pay throughout the entire registration process. So those are some of the legal fees that you pay. Insurance premiums are paid. What we all know is that they are paid annually. But I mentioned during my presentation that we have an arrangement where you can pay your insurance every 5 years. That comes at a discount, and so you save some money in there. So it's not just the repayment, there are fees to it. Even to every loan, you have to pay your loan arrangement fees. And so these are the entire costs, but they are just one-off. For example, the loan arrangement fees is one-off, irrespective of the tenor you are taking the loan for. It's one-off. Your stamp duties are also one-off, and then the registration. The only thing that is that will go along with the loan are your repayment and the insurance. Insurance, you have life insurance and you have hazard insurance. The hazard is over the property, and then the life insurance is over your life. Now, the second part of your question touches on early repayment. Yes, We allow early repayments, much as I know some banks will only allow you pay after 5 years because of the financing arrangement for mortgages, but we allow you to make payment at any time during the tenure of the facility. You are also allowed to do principal reduction, but you can only do it once a year in terms of principal reduction. Because it's a long-term facility, you cannot go into the loan at will to do principal reduction. And at any point in time you touch your principal, we charge you a very small sum of 0.25% of the amount. So to put it in perspective, if you have a 1 million balance and you decide to pay off the 1 million today, the only penalty you pay for paying off that amount is 2,500. That is it. You don't pay anymore. So it's 2,500 for a huge amount like 1 million. So I hope that answers your question.
Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Another question from Joa Kese is, can I choose how long I want to repay the loan? I think you've answered that somehow, but if you can maybe...
Yes, you can. But let me just put this advice across. Most of the time, the applicant can qualify for the loan over a period of 15 to 20 years, but they want to pay over a period of 5 years. However, if we pick your 5 years against your income, you may not qualify for the amount you want. So the advice is take the entire duration, which makes you qualify for the amount you want to purchase the house. Secure the house first. Whatever you want to do inside the house, because after you purchase the house, you need to furnish it. You need to put some things together. You need to even look at the property itself. You want to change anything within the property. You will need funds to do that. So my advice is don't put too much pressure on your income. And then when that is done and you are settled, you now have the power to accelerate your repayment. If you want to increase your repayment from 5,000 to 10,000, that would be a personal decision. And that will bring down the tenor from 15 years to say 10 years or 12 years. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I think, Sonia, we have a question for you now from Martin Che. So regarding the Tier 3 pension contribution, how long will an individual have to be contributing before he or she qualifies to get the pension back mortgage? Or is there a fixed amount the person will have to contribute to the Tier 3 pension to qualify?
Hi, yes, I saw that. So for the duration, you need to have been a contributor for at least 2 years to qualify for the pension-backed mortgage facility. In terms of how much you need to have in your Tier 3 account, specifically to this conversation with Republic Bank, you need to be a continuous contributor as opposed to having a fixed amount sitting in your pension account, which means, say you have 20,000 in your account today, the house you are trying to buy, the Tier 3 accounts, you can have to continue contributing into the Tier 3 accounts up to the sum, the cost of the house you are having, you are looking to buy, as well as the interest that will accrue on the mortgage. So there's no fixed amount per se, but you do have to continue contributing into the account. And what it means then is that your Tier 3 account is essentially locked for the duration of the mortgage. And the only reason for which you would withdraw from that account is to pay down on the mortgage that is outstanding. So just to recap, you need 2 years of continuous contribution to qualify, and you don't need a specific amount to qualify for the loan, but you need to continue contributing into the pension account for the duration of the mortgage. And you can only withdraw to pay off the mortgage. I hope that helps.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. And I think it makes a lot of sense. Petra wants to show to the bank, to anyone else, that you're continuing to make these payments, and so that helps them draw a line and also better predict your payments in the future. Yeah, so with respect to Joel Kessie again, I think the question is to Petra. With respect to the viewing and assessing of properties to ensure it is suitable, does this come at an additional cost to the client? Sonia.
So Joel, the assistance you provide in selecting the property, yes, it does come as an additional cost if the transaction is successful. If we show you the house and we go through the process and you say you don't want it, I'm not going to charge you. But if you do want the property that we help you find, then it would come at an additional cost to you. It's somewhere between 1 to 2.5% of the cost of the property. That is the charge that we would apply in this instance. I hope that clarifies.
Thank you very much for that clarity. Nathan Abuaje, thank you very much for joining us. I have a land that is not registered, but I have the indenture. Can you help in building the property? I have a small property on the land. I guess, Dan, this is a question to you. If the land is not registered but has an indenture, is there still an avenue for financing for that piece of land?
Okay, so I will not answer no immediately. What I would advise is, before any transaction goes on that land should be registered at land title in your name before a bank will enter into a transaction with you. And so my advice would be, we can still go ahead and do all the paperwork, grant the mortgage, but we would not disperse until the land is properly registered in your name. The bank will not want to put an investment into any area that tomorrow somebody can just get up and say the land also belongs to me. And by the time you realize, you are a subject of litigation. And so you must have it registered before the bank will go into a transaction with you.
Got it. Okay, makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. And yes, so for those that want to reach out to Dan or Sonia, feel free to join the WhatsApp group or email me as well. Of course, they've also shared their contacts there, but we're happy to assist you with this at Cecil Global. The whole point is to create an ecosystem of trusted partners, make it much easier for you to make what is usually the biggest financial decision you will make in your life, which is, purchasing a home or any type of home purchase, right? And so really grateful to everybody that has joined us here today. We had roughly 35 people joining us here today. We're very grateful to SOS HGIC as well for also sharing this with their network as well. Very grateful to you all, Dan and Sonia as well. Very grateful to Republic Bank and Petra for the continuous support. And so please feel free to reach out to us if you have any further questions. Feel free to, I'll share the WhatsApp group link again, no problem. Let me share it here. Let me answer it to you as well specifically. We will share this link with the recording with you all as well. And so for those out there, please make sure to check out your email. It'll be there in your emails. And again, we're very grateful that you joined us here on a Saturday. I know this is very serious to a lot of you all who want to better understand what it takes to finance a home. And we're here to help you navigate this, right, and make it much transparent, much more easier to understand, and much more efficient. So again, we're very grateful to you all. And please feel free to reach out to us if you have any specific questions. This is something we hope to do a lot more of as well. And feel free to share with any friends and family as well who are interested in learning a lot more. We are here to help you navigate this sector. Thank you very much. Dan and Sonia, perhaps I'll give you both final words. I don't know if Dan, you want to start first and give us your final words.
Yeah, thank you, Kweku. And I'd like to thank all our potential customers who tuned in today to listen to us. I hope and pray that we have made mortgage financing very simple for everyone. It's not as tedious as some of us think. Let me also say that with our expertise at Republic Bank, we are more than well positioned to assist anyone, and I mean anyone, no matter where you live or where you work, to at least get you a decent home by providing the necessary financing. Like I mentioned earlier, if you want to contact us directly, you can do that through an email, myhome@republicghana.com. Please add your phone number so that we can call you. So thank you very much, Kweku, for also arranging this for us, and we hope to meet you in the next webinar. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sonia, please, your final words.
Okay, thank you very much, Kweku. We're very grateful to have been here. Thank you to all the attendees for taking time to listen to us this afternoon. I shared the contact in the Q&A, but as I mentioned, we have a website, homes.petra.online.com. So homes.petraonline.com. Feel free to reach out to us also via email at homes@petraonline.com, so that if you have any questions outside of this webinar, we are able to attend to them. We're very happy to assist you, even if you're not a Petra customer and you would like our assistance with finding a home, and we can do that for you. So feel free to reach out. We are happy to work with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you both very, very much. And thank you to everybody that attended. Thank you very much to SOS HGIC as well for partnering with us on this. And yes, as I said, we look forward to working with you all on this. I've put in the WhatsApp group there. Please join that and email us, call us. We are available. Please feel free to share this presentation as well with others as well who you think may be interested. We're here to really assist you with your home purchasing journey. Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.